What is up, everybody? My name is JR, aka the Sinister Camaro. Welcome to another video. This is part 3 of 5 of the gaming headset review for Tech Tip Tuesday. I'm really enjoying this series. You guys seem to be loving the kind of feedback and reviews that we give you, and you even asked me like really good questions in the comments, so I want to thank you for that. Anything that I, of course, answer, I will do so, and anything I cannot, I will either research myself or try to find a way to make it work. So feel free to leave any kind of comments below. I'd love to hear them. Before we have reviewed the HyperX Cloud 2, my headset, which is rather new, we've also done a look back at where I started as far as my first gaming headset with the Astro A40s with the M80 MixAmp for my Xbox setup. As I've said before, I have given that headset to my wife before the HyperX, so we've had a lot of play with it. We knew exactly what's going into it, so we can give you a good kind of run through with that. So part 3, we're going to be talking about the A40 again. However, this time this is with the MixAmp setup. This is a higher quality, higher standard, and of course, as you can see by the label here, is a little bit higher price. We'll get into that a little bit later. But basically what we do is we're taking all the gaming headsets that we've used so far and the new ones that we haven't used, but we have looked into adding it to our setup. We're giving you certain points that we're going to be looking at and rating them on a 5-star review from 0 to 5 stars to see, is it worth it? Is buying something like this can be worth it, or should you just go something cheap for what you want to do? So this video might be a little bit quicker than the last one because I mean it's almost the same exact thing, only there's like a couple more things I want to talk about with this one specifically. So if you haven't already, check it out. I'll leave a thumbnail here for part 1 that we did with the HyperX Cloud 2. And then I will leave a thumbnail right here for the A40 with the M80 MixAmp for the Xbox here. And if you don't mind looking in the description below, I will have all 5 parts once they come out in the description of each of these videos, so you can kind of jump from each one and see how we rated each one. And of course the final video is going to be comparing all of them together in one place, getting our final verdict of which one we would choose for our kind of setup. Alright, so this headset right here I've had for about a couple years now. This is the actually headset that I upgraded to from the last headset that we saw reviewed. So this is what I've been using in place of that. Now that I have a gaming PC and also like with my Xbox, I figured it'd be a great thing to have a MixAmp because of the awesome knobs that you have here that you can adjust on the fly while you're playing. So I love that about it. The bad thing about this setup, if you're playing in like a big like living room or something like that, is the fact that it is wired 100%. So there's gonna be a lot of wires running all over the place. As you saw with the unboxing, of course, I had 3 different wires coming out of the MixAmp itself. One goes in the headset, one goes into your Xbox or PC, which is gonna be your USB connection. And then I also have a 3.5mm plug-in for the stream bit of it that I plug into my headphone outlet into my PC. So that way I can hear, if I'm streaming, I can hear all the annotations and everything when somebody subscribes or follows or anything like that. I can hear it through the headset. So I love that aspect of it. So I highly recommend that if you do pick up this setup, you do it with your gaming PC or anything, pick up a nice little 3.5mm jack cables, both male on both sides. That way you plug it into your stream port on your MixAmp, the middle one right here, and you also plug it into your headphone jack of your PC. That's just a little added tidbit that I learned while researching this when I first got it, and it's been tremendously helpful. Now since then, I have plugged my headset directly into my HyperX Quadcast mic because I want that better quality. I plug it directly into that, and through the HyperX Quadcast microphone, I can hear not only the notifications, the desktop audio, but I can also hear my chat as well. So it's a great setup that I use myself, so I don't even use the MixAmp anymore. But another added bonus, if you did want to use the MixAmp, is that you can actually download software on your PC and you can control even more like equalizers with this plugged into your PC. You have much more free range of setting up profiles and such for different characters or different people that you want to play on your PC using this headset. If people want more bass or want more treble, you can set those in the profiles and basically just switch on the fly on the PC app. So that's great. I love the technology in this, and right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you right now that other than it being wired, I would very much want to go with this over the Xbox with the M80 setup itself, because while the M80 is just a wired connection from your controller to your headset so you can move around a lot, this is more of a wired connection, so you're more sticking to the same spot or having a wire running across your living room. The great thing about this is just that you have so many more functions. You have different modes that you can make it more bassy. You can do turn on and off the surround sound, so if there are games that you don't want that, you can do that. You even have the game and voice mixer like you have on the M80 is on the bottom of this as well. So, and your master game volume is at the top. So you have a lot of different more settings with this. If you are playing on PC, let me note that if you plug this in to your USB port, the lights will come on all around here. Make sure that when you start it up, hold your power button for at least 5 seconds, and it should change colors from red to white or white to red, and basically it'll be set for PC mode. And if it's set for PC mode, that's where you can use your application. So keep that in mind. I didn't figure that out until about a year after using this, but again, I didn't really have a gaming PC until then, so I didn't have to worry about it. So we go through the same 6 categories that we have in the other 2 videos, and we'll be going through in the next video as well, and then we'll give an overall rating of what we like, what we don't like about this headset overall. So first, we're gonna go right into it. We're gonna talk about looks. As I said before in the other A40 headset review, I love the fact that you can definitely tell when you have an Astro headset, because when you see streamers kind of have those little antennas at the top, you know you got an Astro headset, and it's very clean looking. It's very customizable as far as a headset can go. You can take out your microphone, and you can take off your earpieces like that. You can switch them around if you want it to, so you can have your microphone on the other side, and then you can put this here just like that. So whichever way you want to rock it, more than happy to do that. The good thing about the tournament edition compared to the basic model that we've reviewed before is that this is even more customizable than before. Now they have what you call mod kits for these headsets. You can either design this out of the Astro Design Lab on their website, and you can change all the coloring. I mean, on every bit of this, you can change every bit of color on it. You can customize it. You can put your logo here on either side, on both sides on this headset. I mean, there's so many different customizable points on here that the basic doesn't have. So we gave it a perfect 5 for looks, just because you can customize this thing so much and it's so distinctive. There's no other headset kind of that looks like it, to be honest. I love the fact that it's not just a bunch of just hard plastic all over it. It's actually got some weight reduction, so it won't hurt your head as much. I love these Astros for that fact. The great thing about the Tournament Ready Edition is that even the earmuffs are magnetic. So you can even change these bad boys so easy, so quick, so fast, and just snaps in just like that. I love that. And just make sure that inside your antennas, there's an R and an L for right and left. So if you want to game with your mic on the left or the right, make sure that you have it in the right direction, because if you're playing Call of Duty, you're hearing people's footsteps. If you have it backwards, of course, if they're coming from the right, you're going to hear it on the left. If they're coming from the left, you're going to hear it on the right. It's going to be backwards, and it's going to be annoying, and you're going to kill a lot. So make sure R and L are on the right side or left side of your head, and just change the other parts around it so that everything matches up the way you want it and it won't get in the way. So the fact that you can customize this even more than the other one, it's a no-brainer. This is a 5-star for style, hands down. There's no doubt about it. Just everything about this, I love it. Now, I wish I would have gotten it with some black and red just to match the channel, but at the time I didn't have a channel, and I went for the quickest thing I could because it had the MixAmp with it. When I bought this, I don't think that it had the customizability online where you can change all the colors and everything, but I picked this up from my local GameStop just to have something so that me and my wife could game together real quick and easy. So again, 5-star rating for style, of course, and we'll go on to the next one. All right, so the next one is going to be comfort. I want to say a big shout out to Astro for getting this right, because there's one issue I have with comfort on the A40s that with the M80 MixAmp, and that was these ear pads were really big, wide open as far as in here. So I've got small ears, and because of that, it kind of moves on my head a little bit. I can't get it just right. It just doesn't feel right. But with these tournament edition, for whatever reason, there's not as much room in here. The padding's nice and thick. I do wish it was leather, so it'd be nice and cool, but it does stay snug to my ears and it doesn't move around a lot. So I believe that this headset version is a little bit better than the other A40 version, just for that fact. And the fact that you can just take the things out and just change them out. So you can go and buy out a new one, a new color or whatever you want. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they have leather versions of this now as well. So you can even change out to leather, whereas the other one looked ridiculous, hard to do, or you possibly couldn't do it and I may have broken my other ones. But regardless, the fact that you could do that is so awesome to me, and it's already a comfortable headset for me already. I have no problems with it. I game with it all the time, and it has the same functions that the other one had, where you can turn them this way. So if you wanted to sit them right there, you could do that. If you want to do this, you can do it. And of course, the microphone goes on either side, so it's not in your way. And of course, if you have OCD and you want it on a specific side, you can do that. So for comfort for this one, I really enjoy these Astros. These are probably my favorite headphones that I possibly own at this point. So just from my perspective, I just want to give this a 4.5 out of 5. Now the reason I'm not giving a perfect 5 is because you don't get like the extra stuff that you normally would with another headset. Like the HyperX Cloud 2 now comes with 2 different sets of headphones. So these guys that you can basically switch out, and I love that. So it's not just set for one specific person. You could have different people kind of go throughout using this kind of headset. Or if you're really OCD about, let's say, people not washing their ears or anything, you can have a specific head cover that you can lay aside for them, swap it out for them, give it to them, they can use it, and then swap yours back in there. So you don't have to worry about getting all of their gunk and all that from when they don't wash in the shower on your headset, because I know there are some people out there, so I'm looking out for you. So again, 4.5 out of 5. I would wish it came with, for the price you pay for it, I wish it came with a couple more additions to kind of customize these things so that you can get them exactly the way you want it. But overall, it's a great headset. I love it myself, and I would have no problem with using this at all. This is going to be a short category just because we've hit on it enough in the A40 with the M80 MixAmp. It's the same headphones, it has the same quality. You got your surround sound and everything like that. So this is going to be the sound in the headphones category. So basically what I hear when I'm playing games, movies, and all that sort of thing. Now, just like the other A40, the sound is amazing. It's surround sound. You can even turn it on and off if you don't like surround sound. You don't want that Dolby Digital surround sound. You can even turn that off, and it makes it so much better, because I know there's not like 1 or 2 people out there that don't care for it. You got that. But if you do, if you're like me, I want the latest greatest. I want like that heart pounding, just put me in the middle of action, hear like bombs exploding like here and there, like playing Battlefield and all that. This headset really does it. I think it's one of the best sounding headsets that we have. Now, I'm not saying that HyperX is any less of one. I'm just saying that me listening to this, I could hear it all day long. It just sounds amazing from the get-go. When you first plug it in, you don't have to do anything. You just plug it in and set up the volume. You turn it up, you turn it down, however you like it, but it's always going to be amazing quality no matter what. So the HyperX, I will say, they do sound amazing. For the price, it's very good. It's very good setup for the price and everything as well. And it's noise canceling, so it's great. But this guy is also on that same tier, and it's definitely got that $200 price tag sound quality on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a 5 stars out of 5, because that's what I gave it with the other A40s, and this one doesn't disappoint at all. I love this. I would keep using it until it breaks, and then we'll go from there. 5 out of 5 for sound in the headphones. Now this is another thing that's going to be kind of repetitive from the other video that we went through with the A40s, but this is the mic sound quality. Now, like before, I will say you can swivel the mic around, the sound that goes through it, you actually sound like you're a human being and not a robot. I still feel like if you had an external microphone like the HyperX Quadcast or the Razer or whatever you want to use, you're gonna have better sound quality through that, my personal opinion. But these don't disappoint either. For a headset, these do probably the best that I've seen. I just wish there was some kind of piece of fabric over here to muffle or distort it, because you can hear pretty much everything. And if you see right here, you've got the metal on the microphone itself, so if your beard or your finger rubs over it, or you're drinking anything and it scrapes over it, your people in your chat are gonna hear it and it sounds just awful. So that's the one gripe I have for this, and I wish they did something about it. However, there's a mod kit. There's a mod kit that you can change out the microphone as well, so I love that about it, but you have to pay extra money for it. So that's the downside. But you get the customizability to make it the way you want. So if you want to leave it this way, you can. If you want to put some kind of fabric over it, you can do that as well. I mean, again, customization factor is what really makes these worth the $200 that you pay for it. And you can make it anything you want to be and just like you want it to be. So for the mic sound and chat, I'm gonna have to give this a 4 stars out of 5 just because of that little rubbing over the microphone kind of thing, kind of kills it. But then you have to buy the mod pack, which with the mod pack you have to pay more money, which should have come with an extra one for people who want this instead of making people charge for it. But then you get the good colors and stuff for them like that. So it's really based on what you want to go for in that realm. But for me, I'll give this a 4 out of 5 just for that factor. And if I'm already paying $200 for a headset, I would hope that it would already come with it. Just my personal opinion. All right, so next category is gonna be the price category. Now, you watched it the whole entire video, you know it right here. It might be backwards because of the camera lens, but this cost me $200. Now, I did get it on sale. I honestly can't tell you how much I got it for because I don't have the receipt anymore, but retail, this goes for $200. Now, a lot of Astros are in the $175 to $200 range, $150 to $200 range off the get-go. That's just what you're gonna pay. There's really high quality builds and headsets that you're getting for it, so you're getting $200 worth of headset. Now, for the MixAmp, I feel like this price matches a lot better than it did with the MX80. I feel like the MX80 really sold it for too much than what it was. It was just that it was new and nobody else had it, so they figured they'd jack out the price tag. It's come down a little bit since, but not too much. But also the controls have changed, so you can really go back to using your old headset or a new one. It doesn't really matter. As far as price is concerned, I feel like this is a better bargain for what you're getting, because the MixAmp and the application you get with it when you're PC gaming or on your Xbox, I really feel like you get a lot more than what you would normally get with a headset, because it has a little bit of added features that you can adjust. Now, if you're not into that, if you don't care about the equalizer and dealing with all that stuff, you can definitely get a cheaper headset, or just get the headset itself and get like the little Xbox adapter piece to it. Or you can just get the headset and plug it directly into the PC and not have to worry about it at all, and use the sliders in your PC and go from there. But when I first started out gaming like professionally, like using this headset, I really want the MixAmp because of the fact that you can adjust this on the fly. Your mute button is, again, a little button on the line for your headset. So no matter what, you'll have that. You can adjust the game and voice, you can adjust the equalizer, the surround sound. There's so many different ways to connect it. I mean, you have an optical port, a stream port, a USB port, an auxiliary port, your headset, and even another, well actually, you can hook up multiple MixAmps to this. Now, I haven't found a reason personally of why I wanted to do that, but you could in fact string together a few different MixAmps together and basically have them all adjusting and all that good stuff. So there's a lot to go into it. You get a lot for the price of it, but I still feel like it's a little bit too overpriced for what you get. Now, if we're going off a review for a $200 headset with everything you see included, but you still have to buy that little 3.5mm headset jack for your stream, I will say that I'm gonna knock off 1 star because of that. I mean, you have to basically go to Walmart, get a $10 cable if you want to stream and hear your notifications. And the fact that This is all wired. I would love to see a wireless setup. As far as A40 is concerned with the Tournament Edition, the fact that it's all wired is a little bit of a negative for me. The price you pay for it, I was hoping it would use like some kind of Bluetooth or something by now, but of course you can't do that. But everything works great, everything works fine, so I'm just giving it a straight up 4 out of 5, and we're gonna leave it at that. 4 out of 5 stars for the price of $200 for the Astro A40 Tournament Edition with MixAmp. Alright, so the last category for this headset is going to be noise cancellation. And like I said in previous videos, I know this isn't very important to a lot of people, but there are some people out there that love the fact that you can cancel noise out with headphones. I mean, it's 2020. We're looking at breaking technology. If we're on a plane or something like that, we want to block out that crying baby while we're gaming. I mean, it's the simple things like that that make a headset make or break for some people. So I want to include that in here. So I will say, looking at the back of this box, compared to the other A40s that we reviewed in the last video, this actually comes with a mod kit for noise canceling from the get-go. So again, pay extra money for it, but it does say that it will cancel the noise outside of your headphones. The current setup that I have now, since it's so snug to my head, now I can't really hear that much around me anyway, but some still does get through. So it's not going to be perfect because, I mean, this is like shirt fabric. If you put shirts over your ears, of course you're going to hear stuff because, I mean, it's perforated. It's not solid, and sound's going to get through that. So with the mod kit, with the noise cancellation piece of it, that's awesome. I haven't had a chance to dive into it, but the fact that they give you a kit for it, it bumps it up so much more. Now, again, you have to pay extra money for it, and knowing Astros, it's not going to be cheap. So look out for that. For the rating for noise cancellation, compared to the other A40s that we gave a 2-star because it gave no sight that it was noise canceling at all, so we went off of that. But since it's such a high priced headset, we gave it a 2-star out of 5. Now this guy, again, we have to pay for it, pay extra. I don't have it, I'm not able to test that, so I'm gonna bump it up to a 3 stars out of 5. And the reason being is because if you're paying $200, again, give me those extra pair of headphones. I mean, just go ahead and do it so I can cancel out if I want to, or I can keep these in like I want to. You already made it easy for me to interchange them, so why not just give me that option? So that lost 1 star. And then another star is, of course, because I really can't fully test it, so we're gonna just go ride with that. So the noise cancellation gets a 3 out of 5 stars, and we'll leave it at that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, when we come to the end of the video, this is where we tell you the overall rating of the headset that we got from the get-go. $200 Tournament Edition A40 Astros. So with everything said and done, we are giving this an overall 4 stars out of 5. Now for the price rating, I think that's a really good job. I feel like it really does portray what we feel about this headset. Again, I use this headset every single day when I stream, when I game by myself, with others. Doesn't matter. The headset portion I use all the time. MixAmp I have not used in a while because I do everything through my stream manager, so I don't need it as much now as I did before, but it's still nice to have on the back end if you run into any issues. This is a great little tool to have to manage anything and everything that you need if you're not using an external microphone or anything like that. I hope you guys enjoy the review. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, this is part 3 of 5. Be sure to check out the others in the description below. We'll have the next one next Tuesday, and then after that we'll wrap everything up basically with all 4 of these together to see which one is the best for what. So if you're a gamer out there and you want to hang out with us on stream, be sure to check us out at twitch.tv/the Sinister Camaro. We are affiliate on the Twitch stream channel, so check us out there. If you have any questions, we'd love to answer them there as well. We kind of stream every once in a while through when we're not editing videos for the channel. We are just hanging out on there, playing some games with you guys, so we'd love to have you stop by. Check out our Instagram below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, as we do appreciate it, and it does help out the video a ton. Also, if you don't mind, if you love these kind of videos, or if these are very insightful, or you want to see something else, leave it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. We want to hear what you guys think, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to make these videos like we would right now. So let us know what you want to see on the channel. I will hopefully be able to do some of those things on the channel for you, reviews or just talking about anything tech-wise. We want to keep that on Tuesday while we do other automotive stuff on the other days of the week as well. So if you like cars, if you like tech, be sure to check it out. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and always remember and never forget to stay sinister.
Perfect. Perfect.